Hi, it's Sarah here from Crafting and Stamping, and I'm back with my usual quick card on a Monday. And today I'm using my pick of the week, which is the Charming Sentiment set. This is a photopolymer set, so it's clear, and you can see that some of these are quite stained. I'll explain that in a minute. It's a clear set, and it's a great one because it's got lots of different sentiments in it for all sorts of different occasions. These are mainly sort of paired up so that you've got something that can be used for the outside of the card and something else that you can use then for the inside. And you can kind of get this in some ways from the typescript that is used. So the thank you and beyond grateful kind of go together in terms of their typescript, and one can be used on the inside and one on the outside, or you can sort of reverse them about. I tend to use these two together. I use the Woohoo and Super Fantastic Mega News together. You can see that the Hey There and What's New go together. We've got Good Luck and what was the one? So Not That You Need It. They're different typescripts, that's why I couldn't find it. But they do tend to go together for the outside of the card and the inside. And hopefully you can see this, it's not shining too brightly. We've got things like the, what was there? There's the congratulations because you totally deserve it. So, but you can mix and match these as well. Babies are a blessing and so tiny, so precious. I tend to use the wishing you everything wonderful together with the wishing you the happiest of birthdays. But again, that's something that you can do or not do, or you could put the just for you. They probably tend to go a bit better with the typescript, but that's, you can mix and match as you want. The reason I'm sort of featuring this week is because I do feel that this is one of those sets that is really handy to have as a beginner crafter. It doesn't have to be this one. I particularly like this one, but have a look through the catalogue for a sentiment set that covers different occasions, because then you can mix and match it with any of the other craft supplies that you build up. So I'm actually going to use the thank you today. The other great thing that I should mention about these is that there is also a die set that cuts these out. Now, if you're a beginner crafter, you've probably not got a die cutting machine, and so that might not be important to you at this stage. You don't have to have them. I mix and match these with other dies, not the ones specially designed for this. Let me just see if I can find them. It's these sentiment silhouettes, if I can find them on my desk. Possibly not. I've already put them on one side. No, but there are sentiment, and I'll be using those later this week. But there are dies that will cut out each one of these, and the dies have got some other little fancy bits as well. But like I say, you don't need to have the dies to go with these. I use these regularly with other dies and also with punchers. And I also just use them with plain rectangles of card. And what I wanted to do today was just show how we can use these as a sort of stepping off point if you've got a basic kit. And this is the one that I've been featuring recently. There's 10% off this kit this month, the Blossom Wishes kit. And one of them creates a birthday card. The other card creates something saying you matter. So I'm going to show you how we can actually transform this into a thank you card. This is the card that we would normally make following the kit instructions. But I'm going to show you how we can make this into a thank you card very easily. And I've actually gone to the trouble of cutting a little piece of card that would go over the top of the You Matter label. Now the You Matter label has got different languages. We've got Dutch, French and German. So I've just picked up the Dutch one, and we can use, because I'm not going to use this to send anybody a card in Dutch, I can use this and cover up the Dutch sentiment with this little piece of card. Now I've cut this and it's just over 1.5 inches and just a little under 1 inch. You might need to practice this to find out what you need to go just within, but you don't have to. The reason I'm saying about doing it like that is really just for making use of this, but you can quite easily just create your own little rectangle of card that you're going to stamp on and pop that up on here, no problem. Now I'm even going to just snip off the corners, the tiniest bit of corner, and you just need to make sure, if you are doing this, you need to be pretty even and take the same amount off each corner for that to then go in there like that. So you can see that that is nice and tidy. Now let me grab, I was looking for my mat, because one of the important things when you're using photopolymer stamps is to use them on a mat. Now I've got, where's my mat gone? And I've been tidying up and tidied away things that I need. That's not good, is it? Here we go, I found it. I knew it was here somewhere. So I use this deluxe mat because it's a nice one to go with. But when you're first starting out, if you've got an old mouse mat, get that out and use that. It's perfectly okay. So I'm going to stamp with Memento black ink, because you're likely to have got, if you're a beginner stamper, you're likely to have got a black ink. But if you happen to have got something that matches these, the Sweet Sorbet, the Orchid Oasis, I would say either of those two, then you could use that instead. So this just sneaks on. It is a little bit tight. There we are. So another one that would have fitted on here is the Woohoo Hey There, Just For You. Don't think Good Luck does. I think that's a little bit too big. So, and then what I'm going to do, we're still using kit contents. Let me grab these. And I'm going to use some of our little glue dots. You can use any adhesive, it doesn't matter. I'm just showing how you can just add some white cardstock, a sentiment set and some black ink, and reuse all of your kit contents in a different way. So I'm just going to pop the lids off these glue dots. Try and move those out of the way. But like I say, any adhesive would do. I'm just trying, like I say, making the most of what we've got in this. And it doesn't even matter if you put it upside down, because it's covering up the other sentiment. So it really doesn't matter. And I'm going to just flip it over and press from the back. and just add a couple of dimensionals to the back of there, and we'll have that sitting, I think, there, trying to keep it close to the original. So that is how we can transform one of our card kits by simply adding a sentiment set to it. Like I say, something like the Charming Sentiments is a great one. It's got a lot of different sentiments inside and outside the card. I'm also now going to be able to stamp inside the card, put something on the inside, because I've got a stamp that will go in there. But the other thing is that you can also expand this by mixing these sentiments with the dies or with punches, with other die cuts. You know, I've got a die cut piece sitting on my desk here. I could use that and stamp into it, and you'll be able to then grow your craft supplies and add other things to it as we go along. So a good basic sentiment set is really one of the key things that I would add to any sort of set of crafting supplies. So I hope that that's given you an idea as well for how we can transform a basic card kit. Like I say, I wanted to do that as well because we've still got a sale on the kits this month. Don't feel that you've got to go with this one. Have a look at the other ones as well. But hopefully this helps you think how you can just, if you don't like the sentiment or don't want all of the same sentiment within your kit, then you can transform it with something different. Please do subscribe to my channel below to see a quick card every Monday and a quick tip or tips every Friday. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this channel, if you like the project that I've shared with you here, and thank you for stopping by.